I'm gonna have a bright puppy pot and chill. I got the window open, got sunlight coming in. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Until I start telling you about the news and you see how fucked up we are. Hey Munch, puppy pot and chill. I got Munch here. I got my bowl here loaded and ready to go. And I've got some news to go through. So, let's take a hit and let's begin. Puppy Pot and Chill number 611. The Smithsonian releases a chart that, among other things, says hard work and schedules are white traits. This is racist as fuck. There's another surge of Democrats leaving the Democratic Party over COVID, city mismanagement, and the treatment of black people. Mainly, it's the way they're treating them is not even smart enough to be able to get a voter ID and vote. I have a couple of black friends that say that it's just insulting. You know, they said, you know, it's all bullshit and it's insulting. And they're right. And it's racist as fuck. Again, this is coming from the left, the Democrats. Burger King tweets out, women belong in the kitchen. United Kingdom Burger King, way to go. Women around the world, it's heard, cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. As women just lose their fucking mind over this. I would too. Fuck them. Fuck Burger King. Derek Chauvin, his trial starts. I think it started today. If you don't know who he is, don't worry about it. But if you do know who he is, just know that there's going to be riots for sure. I'm going to watch to see what happens. I'm not going to guess as to the outcome of the trial. We're going to have to see what happens with the evidence and how it all plays out. It's as simple as that. There's going to be a lot of people, though, who don't hold that view. They're going to make their assumption and then go out and riot. So if you're in a city where riots have been prevalent, prepare. It's going to happen again. There's been an incredible spike in homicides last year that is directly connected to the defunding of police. In the cities where they have defunded the police, the homicide rate has just jumped. And in a lot of these cities, the people then begged to get the cops back because they realized that, yeah, cops are what was stopping it. AOC saying that if you take the cops out, it becomes a utopia is just more ignorant thinking. I mean, if you didn't get it with her Green New Deal, she's just not smart enough to make she's just not smart enough to do something like that. It's simple as that. So her saying that taking the police out is going to create a utopia and people are going to live, no. Taking the police out makes it a utopia, but for criminals. See, without anybody to stop them, the criminals just, I don't know, do what they want. I know that sounds crazy. Mumford & Sons banjo player was slammed on social media for reading and, well, not really promoting. He just said he wrote this book from this guy, Andy No, and he suggested it. Well, there's big backlash over it because Andy No is a right-wing person. And his bandmates came out and went like, dude, we don't like what you said. You're going to have to retract that, man. So, like a puss, he did. He bent over and apologized, saying that he hurt people, and no, he didn't. He suggested a book. Now, what the people did to him was hurtful. He says he's taking time away from his band, which means his band kicked him out. All for suggesting and reading a book from Andy No, a person from the right here in the United States. And apparently, if you read his book or suggest it, you're just a horrible person. All while you can buy and read the book Mein Kampf, and that's okay. Munch, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Mein Kampf is still propped up and sold, and it's okay. No problems. Come on, stupid. Jesus. Quit. Jurors in the Chauvin trial are terrified that BLM and other left-wing rioters will attack them and or destroy their homes. This is a real concern because that is something that the left does. Black Lives Matter and Antifa, among other left groups, destroy and tear down businesses and homes. And the jurors for this trial are terrified that the left are going to find out about them and try to cancel them. And that's a real, I mean, you know, the 5,000 troops at the Capitol for a bunch of people wandering around going, will you take a selfie with me, officer? No, this is real danger. Where if they find out where these jurors are, they will do horrible things. I'm not even going to say, I'm not going to give them any ideas. But just go back and look in the past what they have done to people's houses and businesses, and then guess at what they might do to these jurors. Mainly because people are just dumb as fuck. Prosecutors are trying to bring criminal charges against Democratic mayors and governors over the nursing home deaths and COVID mismanagement, to the tune of like 15,000 deaths attributed to Cuomo alone. And coming out in this debacle is Cuomo's book, where Andrew self-praises himself, patting himself on the back. He breaks his arm because he's just so great at saving people from this COVID pandemic where people are dying, and he's the only one that is saving people because he's smarter than everybody else. And just come to find out that no, he was hiding a lot of deaths. There is a bunch of scandal. He's attributed to like 15,000 deaths, like I said, and there's like 5 other Democratic governors that did the same thing. So there's a bunch of bad people doing a bunch of ignorant shit, killing a bunch of Americans right here in our property. And then they looked at you, and on mainstream media, they lied right to your face. And did it so well. All right, back up. The word normal is being removed from products and advertising. Like, not the definition. How they explained it, since I can't remember the word because I'm stoned, was that like a soap product has soap for dry skin, soap for oily skin, soap for rough skin, and then they have soap for normal skin. Well, they're removing the normal because apparently it makes the rest of the people feel abnormal. This is what we're coming to, folks. A bunch of wussies, a bunch of beta, self-entitled, self-praising, ignorant, Let's take a hit. God damn it. All right. There's a lot of he said, she said, they did, they didn't do, a bunch of finger pointing. A lot of people are, not accepting the blame for their deeds. They're trying to blame anybody and everybody else. We need to quit. We need to be responsible for our actions. I don't know what it's going to take. But just know that if we keep going down this road we're on, we're headed right to fuck city. Munch, come on, dude, quit. Get your foot off that. Alright, fuck it. Let's take a hit. Always remember, you got to be 21 in a state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If you're not 21 in a state where it's legal, just don't do it. There's lots of places you can go where it's legal and where you can do it. And don't listen to me. I'm a stoner. All right? If I say something that intrigues you, by all means, look it up for yourself and find out what you think the truth is. Because that's all that really matters in the end, is what you think. We need to be willing to be kinder to other people. We need to be better humans. You can't love everybody, so let's try not to hate. Yeah, I think that's it. For now. Let's take another hit. And then let's close this shit down, shall we? Peace. I love you fuckers. Me and Munch, we love you. Stay high, bitches.